Hello, precious person. I'm Avrils Qs, and I'm delighted to be helpful to you during this precarious and uncertain time. And it is with great humility that I present to you simple strategies that I spoke about on the Deccan Herald Apple and Google podcast. And the feedback in the last 24 hours since its release has been overwhelming, with people resonating with my message and signing up for my free 55-minute webinar, in which I go really deep into these same concepts on this podcast. I am the creator of Kundalini Plus, starting with a Q, a comprehensive method on mind, body, soul alignment. It is the most complete form of exercise for your mind, body, and soul that you will ever need. Moreover, in COVID, because you don't need to go outside to get fit. You can do it in your own home. In the meantime, enjoy this short podcast and do use the link below in the video description to register with the Make an Inquiry form on my website at the bottom of the page to receive a free link to the private webinar I have created especially for you that can actually up-level your life in lockdown. I am your friend in alignment and healing, and I send you good prana and loving metta. Take care, stay blessed.
Moving on, my colleague Subramani spoke to Avrils Qs, a transformational coach. During these testing times, she's offering free training on cognitive skills to help people manage the stress of staying at home and also prepare them to join regular activities after the lockdown.
Joining us is Avrils Qs, who knows all about transformation, having successfully adjusted the career trajectory from being a musician to a life coach. Avril, just tell us about the kind of skills that you are teaching in terms of staying at home, stress, to manage the stress of staying at home, and also to sort of prepare people get to the streets when the time comes.
Thank you so much for this question. So right now, I think, Subramani, we need to focus on simplicity, declutter, and mindfulness, which will lead to inspired action. So I'll just break it down for you very briefly. So taking the first one, simplicity. Simplicity in the sense that what really matters to you at this time. You know, an event like this can really shake you up to your core. And when you're shaken to your core, your foundations are basically questioned. And if you're smart, which we all are intrinsically smart, you can use this kind of stressful situation to deep dive into what is your life about? What are you actually living for? What are your priorities? What is your purpose? And how you can up-level your life with an unfavorable situation like we are facing. Because if you can up-level your life through concerted action in a situation like what we are facing, which we have never faced in our lifetime before, then you can be ready to kind of unleash your potential when the lockdown lifts. The second thing is declutter is very essential. We're all in this sensual trap of cluttering our lives with material objects, people, dated thought processes, unreasonable attitudes, biases about this and that. Now is the time to declutter from these things. So really taking action in terms of journaling. Take the time to be aware of what is your clutter. Be brutally honest with yourself. This is, you're building a relationship between you and you, your conventional self and your higher self or your conscious self. And then you have to have an action plan to declutter. The next thing is mindfulness. Now, mindfulness, according to me, has helped me a lot in my life, and it's a complete game changer. Just starting your day as soon as you wake up with mindfulness of what are my thoughts? How am I feeling? What triggers a negative emotional state? What are the actions that I take which are mundane actions and not really required right now? How can I replace this? Most people are in a zombie state, especially now, because you can't move out of your house, and most people can't move within their houses. And I'm not talking about just physical movement. I'm talking about any kind of movement, any kind of growth. So mindfulness gets you out of this kind of a zombie inertia state into taking action, because only when you're mindful about what you have to do in your life, then you can take action. So this can be very dangerous to a person by just being in this, a kind of a comatose state. So we need to take action for our mental and cognitive well-being.
Now, what does it feel like to be a transformational coach or a life coach in these times of online parties and self-isolation? Because these are times when I think it's even a harder job to make people to believe in positive attitude and positive life.
I think everything begins and starts with your energy. And through my system of Kundalini Plus, I show people how to convert an experience. So there are 3 things we need to talk about: an experience, an awareness, and then transcending that awareness. So you have to be, yes, there are online parties with different apps, but have you noticed that people are still lonely? They are still isolated. Because if you don't develop a relationship with yourself, Subramani, you can be in a sea of people at the greatest rock concert of your life, and you will still be lonely. The problem is that we as human beings are social animals, and we've been conditioned by society to actually look for companionship on the outside. Most people are not their best friends. So I think I need to basically give people a chance to transform through a 3-pronged approach. First, you have to be aware of what are you going through right now. And this requires brutal honesty. Be aware of what you're going through. What is the experience you're going through? Everybody is having experiences nowadays, and most of them are negative experiences, okay? You need to be aware of that and then flip it. And then transcend that awareness of this negative experience with cognition or action strategies. Because like I said, if you have an experience and you don't do anything about it, or if you just have an awareness of an experience, but you don't action it, then you might as well not really deep dive into anything. So it's a beautiful dance between experience, awareness, and transcending that into something actionable. So right now there's fear around the virus. There's fear around money. There's the stress of the economy starting right from the nuclear family and building outwards. And then, of course, one of the human needs is the need for certainty. And right now, none of us have certainty. We are all uncertain. And so when you use this principle that I just spoke about, this 3-pronged approach, you need to focus on what action you are prepared and ready to take when the lockdown ends. Now, it's not going to happen like the lockdown ends on the 30th and you start making a plan on the 29th. You've got to start now. So I think look at everything as a blessing. You need to start by being compassionate with yourself. So I have special curated courses online on YouTube at Avrils Qs, on my website avrilsqs.com, and go and check them out. They're free. Start, build a practice. Start with you. Think about it like this. You're in a cocoon as a caterpillar, and when you emerge, your wings have to be well formed. You have to be a brilliant, beautiful butterfly and dazzle the world with your color and with your intelligence, with your integrity, with your action. The power of one can change the world. So let's start understanding and transforming ourselves right now. Think of yourself as right now you're in a cocoon, because you're literally cocooned and cooped in. And when this ends, you're going to be a gorgeous, beautiful, compassionate, full potential butterfly.
Avrils Qs, thank you very much for joining us. And it's a pleasure talking to you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Subramani. All the best, and stay safe and stay blessed. And everybody who's listening to this, thank you so much. My heart goes out to each and every one of you, sending you love, light, and good metta. Thank you. You see, I've decided to over-deliver to you and to help you to take that first step on the path from finite to infinite potential, which is the name of the course. Now, the first 50 people who sign up on my website with their email ID will receive the first class out of 6 classes in each of the 4 segments for free. Now, what are the 4 segments? Just to reiterate, 1 Kundalini class free, Kundalini yoga class free, 1 targeted meditation for free, 1 energy protocol therapy routine for free, and 1 cognitive strategy for free to put everything together in a real-time, real action plan. Plus, I will record a webinar to answer all of your questions at the end of your first week of implementation. Now, how's that for incentive? Now, The course is priced extremely nominally at just rupees 2,499 for 24 classes for the first month. However, if you take action as soon as it's released, again, the first 25 people are going to get this course only for 2,000 rupees. You get a further 499 off this course, which means you pay only 2,000 for the first 25 people who take action by completing the financials. I promise you, these classes are going to shape each and every area of your life. We're talking about the 6 basic areas of your life, and I promise you, you will not get this kind of a sweet deal for just this small amount of investment, but the value of this is 10 times more. But investing in yourself and feeding yourself for your self-growth is the best investment you can make in yourself. New hashtag gift yourself the best. So this is totally up to you. Hashtag no excuses, hashtag lame excuses, hashtag do it now, hashtag take inspired action now. Anyway, I'm going to sing a little blessing for us. I just had an idea. I'm going to sing a little blessing for us, okay? So just place your hands at your chest. It's a Kundalini yoga song that we sing. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Satnam. Satnam means I am true. Place your hands to your third eye for peace. Place your hands to your lips for strength. Place your hands to your heart for passion. Be blessed by the divine. I love you so much. I care about you and I'm your friend in alignment and healing. Stay true to being you. Be the hero of your own life and stay safe and blessed.